Even as Indigo has said that its operations are slowly limping back to normal, an increase in its flights from about 1650 to over 1800 today, still short of the 2200 flights, oddly, that they were doing before the actual crisis hit. The big question that still remains is what really has happened inside Indigo. We've spoken to several of those inside, including pilots, who are coming out to tell us about the extent to which the management knew about the crisis but deliberately chose to go ahead with this. What really was responsible for this, and what can be the possible explanation as far as the CEO Peter Elbers is concerned? Remember, this issue has come up before the parliament, and the government has said that the strictest possible action will be taken against the person responsible, the CEO Peter Elbers. Even agencies such as Moody's have come out to very clearly say that the airline is to be held accountable because they knew about the FDTL changes for over a year but yet did absolutely nothing. The thing that is becoming increasingly clear is that it appears Indigo was trying to strong arm the regulator and the government into allowing it to continue with diminished FDTL, as has been the practice in the past. The larger question, though, is that can the safety of passengers continue to be compromised? FDTL dispensations, which are not heard of globally and happen only in India and have been happening so for years, if they are to be implemented, that's for the larger good of all of us as citizens, because rested crew means that much more safety as far as the flight operations is concerned, both inside the cockpit and outside as far as the passengers are concerned, in terms of the cabin crew who would be actually assisting them. There are many such queries that have come out, and in fact, as the days go by, even as the airline operations may be stabilizing, the questions surrounding Indigo only increase. And that's perhaps why we need to have a strong regulatory environment so that no airline or no company, whichever sector they may be in, and particularly the sectors that involve the common citizens who, as their customers, happen to be at the receiving end, as has been the case of Indigo, ever suffer such kind of consequences again. The consequences of a monopoly or a duopoly in various sectors have been witnessed in the past. And of course, while all of this may be the subject matter of politics, the point is that as citizens, we need to ensure that such things do not repeat again. And that is why we need to ensure that when it comes to safety, when it comes to security, there is absolutely no question of any compromise.